bring up a couple of people right now. Danielle Henson, you guys may know her. Danielle's gonna share her story real quick, and then she's gonna bring up a couple people, and I want y'all to hear from several people besides just myself. I mean, this room is full of success stories. So this is just a handful. I just want you guys, Danielle Henson is a new 5-star, but she's a 7-star combined diamond. She's also elite last year. No, this year. You've already qualified elite this year already, and not only that, she's actually in the run for the top 10.
Okay, so my story is a little bit different than a lot of people. A lot of people come to Beachbody looking for weight loss, and I hate saying it out loud, but I've always been fit. Okay, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so I didn't come to Beachbody looking for a weight loss success story. When Beachbody came into my life, my husband and I, we lived the typical American dream. 2 good jobs, but couldn't make it paycheck to paycheck, okay? So, and when I say we couldn't make it paycheck to paycheck, I mean that I got us into some serious payday loan debt, made some really bad financial decisions along the way. I was a 5th grade math teacher, and I had the summers off. Yay, teachers in the room. Thanks. So, I had the summers off, and so my husband and I tossed back and forth the idea, should I get a job in the summer to help out? And boy, I did not want to wait tables or pour drinks during my summer, okay? If you don't know a teacher, hug one. I don't care what you say, the job goes beyond 7 to 3, and we deserve our summers off. So the last thing I wanted to do was to work all summer long. So I decided I was going to become a group fitness instructor. Didn't realize that nobody does that for the money. And I got the idea in my head that I was going to do it, so I went to my gym and I said, hey, if I do this, will you hire me? They said, yeah, there's a training this weekend. So I said, okay. And it was a turbo kick training. Anyone heard of turbo kick? And that's where I met my upline, Jackie Bull. And at lunchtime, instead of powwowing with the other people, I sat with her. She was the presenter. And she told me about Beachbody. She had this amazing blonde hair, and I believed every word she said. She just came back from Hawaii, and she said, I make more doing Beachbody than I do anything else. And I thought, okay. So I ran home and I told Jason, I know it. I'm gonna be a Beachbody coach, and I solved all our problems. So what is Beachbody coach? I don't know. So anyway, we got into a discussion, and he's super supportive now. I couldn't do any of this without him. But if you're a spouse in the room that maybe wasn't supportive from the very beginning, you can feel his understanding. I came home and told him about this, and he said, no. It's a pyramid scheme. You're not a salesperson. And he's not the only person to think this. I'm sure there are some of you in the room who thought it yourself. But being the wife that I am, I looked at him and I said, I'm doing it anyway. This may sound cheesy, y'all, but something told me I was meant to do this. And we joke about it now, and we say, thank God that I made that decision that day to go ahead and do it. April 15th, 2010. I know the date because I got paid once a month as a teacher, and that was my payday. So anyway, I'm not going to take you through the whole 2 years. I've been a coach 2 years now. Kind of fast forward 2 years, I continue to teach 5th grade math every day. I continue to become a group exercise instructor, teaching like 14 classes a week because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And then I ran my Beachbody business. And I did my first round of Insanity. Praise the Lord on that one too. Any Insaniacs in the room? Did my first round of Insanity, and I just somehow made it work. I officially became the busiest woman on Facebook, right? Nobody knew how I was doing it all. How was I teaching school, grading papers, raising 2 kids, raising a husband, and teaching my classes and running this business, but somehow it was working. So in December of 2011, along with my husband, we decided that because I had already matched in 1 week what I was making as an elementary school teacher all month, that it was time to say goodbye. So in the middle of the school year, right at Christmas break, so that they would have a nice even split, I said goodbye to my 10-year career as an elementary school teacher. Wasn't that I didn't love my job. I did. I loved teaching children every day, and I know that I had an impact on those kids. But I knew that there was a greater plan for me, and it was here with Beachbody. So I resigned from teaching, and since then I've been in the Insanity infomercial. So if you're ever up in the middle of the night and you turn it on, I'm Daniel, age 35, instead of Danielle, age 33. You know, people on Facebook do say I look like a man, those haters. And since then, I also got asked to be in Insanity, the Asylum Volume 2. And that will come out sometime in the fall, so hopefully you'll work out with me in your living room. Also because of that, I got to make a special friendship beyond Facebook with Shanti himself, and so I now work for him and his company outside of Beachbody, Shanti Fitness, and so I travel the country helping promote his group exercise program called Stride. And not only do I keep myself home, but I'm now allowed to let my husband stay home with me as well, so that he can be not only just a stay-at-home dad, but realize some of his dreams. He, early on in our marriage, worked, 70, 80 hours a week so that I could finish college, so that I could become an elementary school teacher, which at the time was my dream. So now it's his turn. So Jason now gets to stay home with me and help me run this business. So while I didn't have a physical transformation, my life sure has changed over the past 2 years, and even more so have the people's lives that I've come into contact with, people that have lost 93 pounds, people that have gotten taken off of medication, all because one day I decided to say yes to something I had no idea of what it was. So that's my story. Will you please come up here and just kind of line up over here? There's just a couple people, and they're just going to quickly share their story with you. There is no two people alike in here. Some of you are here for weight loss. Some of you are here for business. Some of you are here because you thought, well, somebody asked me, I got nothing to do, why the heck not? So I just wanted to, why don't we get a little light, go that way. So there's lots of different people here that are going to just quickly share their story with you, so that maybe what Charlene said or what I said didn't speak to you, but maybe something they said will speak to you. So don't hide. It's fine. Stacey, you're going first. This is one of my very best friends on the planet. I love this girl with all my heart and soul. And here's what's great about Beachbody. Even though she's one of my very best friends, we're not even technically in the same timeline. None of that matters. We're one big happy family. I love her. So Stacey, will you please share your story?
Hello. Okay. Hi, my name is Stacey Hiller. This morning I get Facebook instructions from Danielle to keep my speech short and sweet. So, in a summary, in a little over a year with Team Beachbody, I became one of those healthy, fit, you-can-do-it people instead of remaining a fast food eating, semi-gym goer, negative bump on a log. I am a proactive mental gardener, meaning that I'm planting my own seeds of hope instead of harvesting seeds of doubt. Team Beachbody promotes personal development, which I scoffed at. I was initially like, I'm fine the way that I am. I don't need personal development. However, personal development doesn't mean that you're admitting that you're messed up. It's just encouraging you to seek out your inner potential. So when I was a kid, I believed I could do anything, and that's what we teach our children, right? So I thought I'd be a singer. And yeah, some of you are laughing already. And I know my husband Sean is actually, he's shaking his head no. Because he knows that I do not really have a very good singing voice. But what I'm trying to get at is when you're a kid, you tell people, yes, you can do it, don't give up. But the older we get, our problems become more complex, and we doubt ourselves. And we say, no, I can't give up soda, I can't run a 5K, I can't lose weight. When Danielle Hinson signed on with Team Beachbody, I dedicated myself to raising a whole crop of seeds of negativity. Because while I didn't know what Team Beachbody was, I knew the name itself intimidated me. I didn't have any Beachbody. So I've heard that the 5 people you surround yourself with, you'll mostly like. Hang out with fast food eating Trekkie fans, you'll probably become one too. If you hang out with gym rats, you'll start growing your own little gym whiskers. I expanded my own support system to find people with the same like-minded goals. I became a discount coach initially, just for the Shakeology. And I was lucky that one of my personal cheerleaders, Sean Repettit, was also my upline coach. Yeah, the problem was that I wasn't my own cheerleader yet. So suddenly I was in a position of people asking me about Shakeology, and I was able to share with them about how Sean and I benefited from it. As years sped by, my cooking and fitness improved. My mindset was more positive. No doubt, I was too busy building muscle, running my first 5K, and getting dirty in mud runs. And I was eating a diet of yes opportunities than sitting around indulging in no's. So, if you're on the Titanic, you decide to say, I think I'm gonna go find a lifeboat right about now. Because that is what Team Beachbody can represent, your lifeboat. Potentially to financial freedom, a better body, and a healthier cumulative existence. Now, there are some people that you meet and you think, that'd be a great coach. Look at them, they're fit, they're healthy, they've got pearly white teeth, and they wave like a celebrity. And that is all fine, but what I'm saying is you do not forget about people like me, doubtful of themselves, unaware of their unused potential. Offer people like me a lifeline, because you have already taken a step that at that time I could not take. In terms of planting the seeds, no one is going to lose weight the first time you drink Shakeology. You are not going to get abs of steel the first time and the only time you might get red abs. Everything takes time. Share your experience wherever you are at in your personal journey that tells me that I can do it too. My friend Shanna decided to commit, drop kicking 20 pounds to the curb. Her mental game became more focused and positive. She told me 1, believe it, 2, speak it, and 3, do it. I flexed that yes muscle. I am better now than if I had never started. I am that proactive mental gardener, planting seeds of possibility in my head and in the people around me. You're listening to me right now thinking, look at her up on stage. I got a story, I can do that. And I'm saying that yes, you can. Start writing your speech right now, because I am truly looking forward to celebrating all your success. So thank you, and I will see you all at Summit next year.
And if you didn't write down her quote, you can ask her later. That gardening thing was good. Very tweetable. Okay, so I'm going to bring up Heather and Brian Runcie. I met them at the gym, even though I'm not supposed to talk about Beachbody at the gym. That's where I met them. And they're going to share their weight loss success together as a couple.
How's everybody doing? So this is my wife, Heather. My name is Brian, and we've been working out about 3 to 4 years at the gym, and then we met Danielle about a year ago or so. And so we've been doing Beachbody and Shakeology for about 6 months.
Oh, wow.
6 months ago, we were going to Jamaica, and so that's a real good way to do something, is to set a trip over here and then get ready for it, right? So that worked out really well for us. And we did Insanity for 90 days instead of 60. We went ahead and did 90. And we each lost about 10 solid pounds that we cut off and 2 to 3 inches off our waist. So the biggest thing I want to tell everybody is it's hardest. I want to say we have 2 kids, 6 and 8-year-old girls. And so we learned to get up at 5:30 every morning, okay? And that is tough. It's been hard the last 2 to 3 weeks since we got back to keep going, but we're going to, and we started again this morning. But the hardest part is getting out of bed and getting your shoes on, right? So once you do that, plugging in the video, and doing the work, it's much easier. The hardest part is to roll out of bed and get started. And so having a teammate and having a partner who's willing to do it with you, I have to say, I really didn't want to hey, you do that and I'll sleep. It's much easier, but I got up every morning together and it made it so much easier. And we did it and we were successful at it. And then we keep going to the gym and keep doing Insanity. So just remember, get out of bed or whatever it is and get in front of the TV and you got it.
See, and did you hear that? They still go to the gym. You don't have to give up one or the other. Just want to put that plug in. Okay, so this is Jennifer Dean, and she's going to be on the cover of Healthy Housewives in August. She is my husband coach, and she made that in 58 days. And so I just wanted her to share her success with you.
Okay, I'm not good at this at all. I'm going to try my hardest. Before I had kids, I was a special ed teacher at Texas Tech, and I moved to Dallas, and I taught for 10 years
here. I got married. I have a 3-year-old son and a 8-month-old baby. My husband allowed me to stay at home, do my dream job, which was staying at home with 2 kids. And he travels a lot. He's in the dentist industry. And about 3 months in, when my baby was 3 months old, I remember about to kill myself. I was feeling crazy, dirty diapers and was spitting up on, and I just had no time to myself. I had nothing to myself. So one day I was bored, and during nap time, I was looking through Facebook and saw a picture of Danielle and her abs. It was like, it was a picture of her abs saying, "Want these," or "Want to do this," and I was like, whatever she's doing, I'm doing it. So that's what happened. I met with her, I became a coach, and I advertised it on Facebook to my friends. I do think I was successful to make Diamond in 58 days because I believed in the products. I was drinking Shakeology religiously, I was doing Insanity. I always worked out at the gym, and I teach group fitness classes. My friends have always known me as that, but I was never able to help them with their fitness journey. So Beachbody has given me the opportunity to tell them what I do, tell them what I drink, what supplements I take, what program will work for them. And I love seeing my friends' bodies change, and everyone becomes more confident when you feel good about yourself. And I do not spend a lot of time on it. I would say like 6 hours a week. I'm doing the Beachbody business. That's just because that's all I can do. And I'm doing that. I wake up at 4:30 sometimes to get stuff done, or 5 o'clock before the kids get up. I just do what I can. And I just try to be the product of the product. And I think the products sell themselves, so my job isn't to sell, it's just to motivate people and to inspire people and to push people to their limits. And that's really it.
Wow.
None of them wanted to speak, and I'm like, you're doing it anyway, sorry. So this is Samantha, and she's another person that found me on Facebook. So if you're not on Facebook, you need to be. This is a great way to meet people. She's another one of my diamond coaches, but she's also an amazing success story as far as body transformation. So.
All right, I'm Samantha Gibson, and I'm, like she said, one of her diamond coaches. And I started my journey with Beachbody about 4 years ago. My husband had come home from Iraq and learned about P90X that way, and he brought it home, shared it with me. I was a year in at the gym trying to lose weight because not only had I put on my freshman 15 when I graduated high school, I decided to be an overachiever, and I said, how about 15 more? So I had put on about 30 pounds after graduating high school, and I say high school because I'm only 24, so I held that on for about 2 years. And then after starting P90X, we found out about Insanity, and we did that program. After that, I had lost the 30 pounds that I've gained, and since then I've kept it off. And through that, I met Danielle on Facebook, seeing her on there and her coaching, and she kind of brought me into all of that. And since then, I've started helping others do exactly what I did. And I've turned that into a business, and that not only has held me accountable to hold my weight, keep it off, and continue to better myself, but I'm also able to help other people do exactly what I did. I'm able to enjoy being around like-minded individuals like all you guys, and continue building relationships that way.
This is Patrick Kahn, and he's not on my team, and we just met on Facebook, but I've watched him transform, and his story is amazing. He's had a great weight loss transformation, and last week, he really inspired me. I don't know that a lot of you knew, but Shakti was here last week. And so he did a live workout not too far from here, and Patrick was there, and he kept up, and he did amazing. And so I thought he really needed to share his story with you.
First of all, I want to say thanks for letting me stand up here, and also want to give a shout out to my boys, the team Legacy. Basically, 6 months ago, I started working out with P90X. I was 310 pounds, and I'm now at 240. Basically, my story, I've been a fat boy all my life. You know, I grew up fat. I was always the kid picked last, whatever. And I always thought that's the way you're supposed to be. But with doing Beachbody, I met a lot of great people. Tommy Migrant, Jimmy Nelson, they pounded it in my head, you know what, just because your family's fat doesn't mean you have to be. You know, when I was 19, my father was actually pronounced dead with sudden cardiac death because he was overweight. Luckily, he's still alive today, but they put a defibrillator in him, and you know, he can't work out. He can't do the heavy workouts. So I said to myself that that's not going to be me. That's not my life. And I have a 3-year-old daughter that I have to take care of, so that's really my motivation to do this. So I started with P90X. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months, and moved on to Insanity. So my success story is not all about the coach business. I don't have that success. But you know, I'm hoping that through my workouts to inspire people, I want to let you know if you think you can't do it, you can. I mean, as Danielle said last week, I stayed up with Sean T at 240 pounds when there were people that were smaller than me were gassed. You know, they couldn't go. So I just want to say, just keep going. Actually, I started a new program called Body Beast, so next time you see me, I want you to go over there.
I am the new kid on the block. That's why nobody knows my name. My name is Jerome Merlau, and I was asked by my upline Heather back there to share my story. I am brand new to Beachbody. I've been a coach about 2 months, so forgive me. I'm going to go back several years of my life and tell you my story. First of all, a question. How many of you have lived your life with intention? You've done everything in your life with intention. You've planned your meals with intention. You've worked out with intention. You've worked with it. How many of us have done that? Your whole life has just been that way. You're better than I because I have not lived that way. My intention was, I think, to get as big as I could possibly get. To sit on the couch or sofa as long as possible and watch as many reality programs as possible. And watch somebody else's dream come true. Right? That's exactly where I was. December 28th, 2009, I made the decision that I'm going to change that. My top measured weight that day was 264. I said measured because I know I was bigger than that. I told the Today Show I was at 275. I think I was more than that, but that's a guesstimate at what I was at. 264, I made that decision. Thanks, Brian, for the inspiration to start. I started by walking. I wasn't into Beachbody at the time. I started by walking. Changed everything about me, the way I ate, the way I thought, planning everything I did. Getting up at 5 in the morning to go for a 3-mile walk. I took my smoke breaks at work to go for a walk in the tunnels underneath downtown Dallas. I was walking 3 to 7 a day, depending on the day and time I had. In the first month, I lost 18 pounds just by doing that. In my second month, I was down 30-something. In my third month, I forget how I was at that point. By April 15th, my birthday, your sign day, yes. I had lost almost 60 pounds, which was my goal for the year of 2010. I just kept pushing. Well, it's just falling off, and I just keep pushing. So at this point, I'm starting to run a little bit, and I got addicted to running. And then in the mail came this program called Insanity. Okay, let's just do it. So my wife and I did it literally in the garage at 5 a.m. every morning, side by side in the garage. My wife was lost 65, 70 pounds herself in the garage. When I finished that, I went on to do Rev Abs. Most of it, I had to give that up simply because I had sports training develop, something about all the lunges or something, I don't know. 8 weeks off for a surgery to fix a sports training was no fun. But anyway, since then, I'm basically a runner. I run. I have run a marathon. Half marathon is my favorite distance. I will run the Dallas Marathon again this year. But flash forward to 2 months ago. I signed as a coach, thankfully. I really mean it. I'm thankful that I found Beachbody. I'm thankful that I found Shakeology. Right? Because it provides what our bodies need. I think everyone in this room knows that. And we need to share that gospel, right? That's why I signed. Brand new coach, and I'm brand new Emerald coach as of last week. Thank you very much. For those that are the guests in the room, I want to share this real quick thing about the coach side of things. This morning at church, I had two ladies who see me post on Facebook what I had for breakfast. Said, "Gosh, I had Shakeology with peanut butter and honey. It's the best thing in the world, you know." What's this Shakeology lunch, Mom? So I'm telling them what it's about. The second lady says, "Oh, so you sell it?" I said, "Well, I guess if you want to look at it that way, but really what I'm doing is I'm sharing what I'm passionate about. Because I'm passionate about health. I'm passionate about fitness and the way people look. I mean, not so much the way they look on the outside, but look on the inside. The way we feel, the energy level, and all of that. You know, my motto before I joined Beachbody was rid the world of obesity 1% at a time if I had to do it myself. Now I've got a great big team.
One more person up here, and that is Lee Lawhorn. Where are you? Lee's got a story he wants to like for him to share with you guys, and then we're gonna kind of kick things off. But I think y'all want to hear this.
Well, I kind of got blindsided by Robert. You all know how the camera shot my wife and me, right? So he decided to get me up here instead. Well, Robert gave me two